Dallas Area Rapid Transit is preparing for the worst case scenario right now, that voters in 4 cities will soon decide whether to leave the transit agency. Actual contingency plans are in the works. That was one of the revelations from the CEO of DART, Nadine Lee. We had a cup of coffee with her in this week's episode of Y'all-itics, and we talked about the mess that the transit agency is in. Remember, voters in Highland Park, in Irving, Farmers Branch, and Plano will decide next spring whether to save their sales tax dollars and leave the transit agency altogether. Ms. Lee told us she is preparing for the worst, removing buses from each city if voters decide that, and stopping the trains just outside each city limits. But she wants voters to think about this first.
You know, we can decide that we don't want mass transit, but what I tell people is you pay with your time or your money. You know, if you decide you don't want to pay the money to be part of a mass transit system that can get you from point A to point B in 20 years faster than you can drive, you know, then you're going to pay with your time and you're going to sit in congestion, and maybe you'll have the option to work from home, but you know, in 20 years, who knows what's going to happen. I think, you know, in order to set ourselves up for the future, I think mass transit has to be part of that solution.
Plano's mayor told me that he wants DART to take its buses but leave the trains and reduce what Plano pays by half. Is that something DART might consider? We asked Ms. Lee directly that question. Our conversation is in this week's episode of Y'all-itics, ready to download right now wherever you get your podcasts. Or you can watch this episode. Just make sure to have our free WFAA Plus app downloaded there on your smart TV.